Sunny Hostin gets fired from The View over shocking white women comments. Join me as I dive into the controversy surrounding Sunny Hostin's comments on The View and see if I can uncover the truth behind her possible firing. Sunny Hostin, one of the co-hosts on the popular daytime talk show The View, has been making headlines recently for her controversial comments about white women. As a prominent figure on the show, Hostin's remarks have been met with both outrage and support, sparking a heated debate about race and representation. The reaction from the audience and other cast members has been intense, with many taking to social media to express their outrage and disappointment. Her co-hosts, in particular, were visibly uncomfortable during the episode, with some even chiming in to disagree with her statements. The audience was also quick to respond, with many shouting out in disbelief as the conversation unfolded. The tension in the room was palpable, and it was clear that Hostin's comments had struck a nerve. The backlash was swift, with many calling for her to apologize or even be fired from the show. As the controversy continued to swirl, many began to question whether Hostin's comments were simply a slip of the tongue or a deeply ingrained belief. The debate sparked by her remarks has brought to the forefront the issue of racial representation in media, with many arguing that Hostin's comments highlight the need for greater diversity and inclusion. Others, however, have come to her defense, arguing that her comments were taken out of context and that she was simply trying to start a conversation about race. Regardless, it's clear that Hostin's comments have ignited a firestorm of controversy, and it's unlikely that the issue will die down anytime soon. The context of Hostin's comments is also important to consider. Her remarks were made during a discussion about the role of white women in feminism, and many have argued that her statements were not only offensive but also historically inaccurate. Others have pointed out that Hostin's comments reflect a broader trend of racial insensitivity and ignorance, highlighting the need for greater education and awareness. As the debate continues to rage on, it's clear that Hostin's comments have tapped into a deeper conversation about race, power, and privilege. By examining the historical and social implications of her statements, it's possible to gain a greater understanding of the underlying issues at play. According to sources close to the show, the decision regarding Hostin's future on The View was made in the aftermath of her comments. The network reportedly held an emergency meeting to discuss the controversy, with many calling for her to be fired. In the end, the decision was made to let her go, citing her comments as inflammatory and divisive. Fans and critics alike were quick to respond, with many expressing their outrage and disappointment on social media. Others, however, were more measured in their response, acknowledging that while Hostin's comments were offensive, they also sparked an important conversation about race and representation. In conclusion, the controversy surrounding Sunny Hostin's comments on The View has highlighted the need for greater awareness and sensitivity around issues of race and representation. While her comments were certainly offensive, they have also sparked an important conversation about the role of white women in feminism and the need for greater diversity and inclusion in media. As we move forward, it's clear that this conversation is far from over, and it will be interesting to see how it continues to unfold. Thanks for watching, and be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more videos on current events and celebrity news.